Well, hey y'all, you know what we finna do? We finna harvest some kale. So, let me show you. We got a bunch of kale that needs to be harvested here. So we're gonna take the kale off from the ends. Cut him off. We'll throw them in that pot right there. Bowl. And this thing will grow, just keep growing, so it's kind of important that you harvest it when you can. It's a whole bunch of kale, y'all. You're gonna get all of these big ones, like this one right here. Y'all see what I'm doing? We're gonna let these guys just keep producing, because if you see right here, look, see, that's all little bitty small kale leaves that are growing out. So you have to keep harvesting them to allow them to keep growing. And it may look like I'm butchering it, but it'll keep growing. So y'all know what's on the menu for tonight? Chicken and kale soup. Might do a video on that too. But anyway, let's see. We keep getting our kale cut up. Right there, we'll get all the little scragglers down at the bottom. Needs to go. Definitely needs to go. This one, that one, and that one. Yeah, they look kind of raggedy now, but guess what? They'll grow back again. So that right there is gonna make for some good eating, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Denise is on the camera, by the way. I want to show y'all this, but I'm actually going to do an update. But anyway, remember that old snow pea? I think the last garden video I did, he was kind of like this high. Well, look how high he's gotten now. And I actually took an old maida cage that we had. It was kind of broke, and I snipped the ends off, and I just flipped it upside down. Now, I want to see how tall this thing's going to get. But anyway, he's starting to flower. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this kale inside and wash it up. I'd imagine we'll do a little video, a little something of us cooking the kale and chicken soup. So y'all stay tuned and we'll be right back with you. Remember that kale that we harvested earlier today? And there you go. See, I done made a couple of videos today. But anyway, what we finna make is some chicken kale soup. And let me show you what we're going to use. We got some onions, some celery, garlic, some chicken. We got some mushrooms, some kale, and some chicken stock. I don't know if I'm just carrots, but we got some carrots. But over here we have some salt and some turmeric, some red pepper flake, and some bay leaves. So what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these onions, celery, and this garlic in this pot. I'm going to get to sauteing it, so let's go on and do that. We have a pot over here. We've got some olive oil in there, and it's heating up. Let's see if we can put this we're going to put these carrots in here. And our onion. Some onions in there. That smells good too already. And let's see if we can get our celery in there without spilling everything. Alright. that stuff in there. Let's go and give it a stir right quick. Now we are gonna go ahead and saute this down until everything becomes translucent or soft. And we're just gonna. That was good too. If we have to, we can add a little bit more olive oil to it. But that's step one, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get these vegetables rendered down real good, and once we do, we get back to you and we'll do the next step. We have the carrots, the onions, and the celery. They've been going probably for about 5 minutes. The next step in the process is turn that heat up a little bit more. That's pretty right there, y'all. Actually, if it was in New Orleans, that right there would be called a Trinity. But anyways, we're finna add the garlic and the mushrooms to the mixture, and we're gonna saute that up. So hold on one second. Add the mushrooms. Oops, damn, I dropped one. 3-second rule does not apply.
Nope. Not down at the shop.
Some garlic on in there. Some garlic's in there. Let's give this a stir. We're probably gonna let this go for, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. That's good, that much. Does that look good? Give it a stir around. And all we're doing is we basically trying to render all of these vegetables is what we're trying to do. It looks like a lot in there now, but once it renders down, it's gonna be nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this for 5-6 minutes, and then when it's time for the next step, we'll be right back with you. All right, we're back.
5.
Step 3. We're gonna add our chicken broth. Add some chicken broth to it. 8 cups of chicken broth, if I'm not mistaken. Add that chicken broth in there. Get it all out there. Alright, chicken broth. Now, if you don't like chicken broth, I mean, you could probably add vegetable broth. I don't know about beef broth, but maybe a vegetable broth, that'd be fine. And we're gonna add our seasonings in. We're gonna add our bay leaves, our turmeric, and salt, and our pepper flakes. We're gonna add that in there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, oh Lord have mercy, it smells good. We're going to stir that around, and if I am not mistaken, we're going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer for a little while. So, that's step 3, y'all. We added chicken broth, the spices to the mixture. We're going to bring it up to a full rolling boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for a little while, and then we'll be right back with you. Alright, y'all, we're back. We got our soup. It come to a rolling boil. What we're going to do is we're going to add our chicken. And actually, this recipe calls for chickpeas, but the store we went to didn't have any chickpeas because I hate going to Walmart. So we're going to use baby lima beans in this soup, and I think it's going to turn out good anyhow. Any kind of bean in the soup is good, so we'll roll with it that way. So we're going to add our chicken in, and by the way, this chicken is tenders and thighs. And we're gonna add those in. We're gonna add that chicken in. Just like that. Add it on in. And what we did was, before, when we got the chicken, we actually pour-boiled this chicken. Put it in there. I guess you could cook it in the soup if you wanted to, but we went ahead and pour-boiled the chicken. We're gonna add probably about 12 ounces of some tiny lima beans. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a good stir. Oh, y'all, if you can smell this, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, the mercy, smells good. But anyway, we're gonna get it a good stir. Take a look in there. Does that not look good? This is a good, hearty, healthy soup, and that's a good thing. And I tell you, y'all, I could eat soup probably every day if I had to, because I love soup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this thing up to a boil, and then we're gonna put the lid on it. We're gonna simmer it for about 20-25 minutes. The thing you gotta remember is when you add your seasonings and whatever you add into your stock pot, it needs to come to a full boil before the seasonings get released. So we're gonna bring it up to a full boil, then we're gonna simmer it for about 20-25 minutes. So give us about 20-25 minutes and we'll show you the next step. All right, y'all, we back. This soup has been simmering probably for about 20 minutes. I want to get you a smell of that. Y'all smell that? Take a look at it though. Wave it back so, look there. All right, what we're finna do now is we're gonna add this kale in. We're gonna add this kale into the mix. It looks like a lot, but I promise you it's gonna cook down. Add this kale in. Mix it on down in there. And we are gonna let this soup simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes. See, it's wilting down already. Look there. There we go. So you can see it. See, it's wilting down already. We probably quadrupled the amount of kale that's supposed to go in here because we like the greens. Look how pretty that is, y'all. We are gonna let this simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes. So, as I said, we're gonna let it simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll let you see. We're gonna show you what the final product is. So, we'll be right back with you. All right, y'all, we are done. We have finished cooking our kale chicken soup, and we let it simmer probably for about a half hour. We added all our ingredients in there and let it simmer a little bit more, but this is what it turned out, how it turned out. Kale, chicken, carrots, some baby lima beans, and some mushrooms, and we also have some grilled cheese to go with it. But let me go on and try this thing right here, right quick. Let me tell you how it tastes. Yeah, that's good, y'all. If it was a little bit later on in the season, I would have had carrots and we'd have some mushrooms, but the kale we grew ourselves. We bought the mushrooms and the carrots. We had the onions on hand, and we bought the baby lima beans. But you know what? This is a real simple and easy way to get a real good meal pretty cheaply. So there you have it. Kale chicken soup. So with that being said, it's not about what you can get, but it's going to be all about what you can give. So we see you on the next video.